Blame Truth here. It has been a couple of weeks since I've made a video. I got hit pretty hard by Hurricane Helene, and then my dog needed an anal gland removal surgery, and there were some complications after the fact. It has been a windy, rainy, bloody, quite frankly, and I mean this literally shitty couple of weeks. But he's on the mend. He's pretty much back to normal now. We're out of the rough stuff. My electricity got turned back on after several days, after the hurricane. So I am here to bring you guys a video. I missed you. Thank you for the kind words and all the support and whatnot. While, I'm just kind of in limbo here, nursing my dog back to health and trying to get some stuff done and behind the scenes leading up to Black Ops 6, because I'm going to be buckling in for that particular game. Now, this particular video is not going to be about Black Ops 6 necessarily, but it's going to be about something really, really weird I have noticed with Black Ops 6 as it pertains to XDefiant. Now, people say that I overglaze XDefiant. If you guys actually follow me in what I say, and this goes for Call of Duty as well, I always give my honest opinion no matter what. I'm not being paid off by anybody. There's not a single check made out to one Blame Thurston Bartholomew Truth. That's my full government name. There's none of that. I am not paid off. I give my exact honest opinion no matter what. YouTube, Twitter, whatever, in character, out of character, whatever. I give my honest opinion because I cannot sit up here and just feed you guys bullshit. I personally cannot do it. It's against my nature. Cannot do it, man. Cannot do it. So I've actually been pretty negative with XDefiant this past season, since Season 2's dropped. I feel like the content's good. I feel like the actual gameplay is really messed up. They've messed up the audio. There's kill trading. The frame rate's all over the place. It's not a smooth, very fun experience. I've actually taken a break, taken a step back from playing the game until they resolve these core gameplay issues. I've been pretty vocal about it on Twitter and whatnot. I've been talking to the devs behind the scenes as well, saying like, hey, this is sucks. We need to change this. On the contrary, Modern Warfare 3, I've pretty much done nothing but praise Sledgehammer Games all year because they've done a good job. They've turned chicken shit into chicken salad this year when it comes to taking Modern Warfare 2 and making it somewhat playable, dealing with Activision's stupid babysitter children's online daycare matchmaking system. They've done the best they can. So I am not like an XDefiant glazer. I'm not a COD hater. I give credit where it's due. I give criticism where it's due. And I call out bullshit when it's bullshit. That's just what I do. I want to cover some stuff as it pertains to XDefiant here, because there's something going on behind the scenes that is super scummy. And I covered this about a month ago, and people called me a conspiracy theorist or called me a coper or whatever. And yet here we are again with even more evidence backing my claims up. And we're going to get into all the juicy details after a juicy ad from my favorite sponsor, Factor. Today's video is sponsored by Factor. Factor has been sponsoring my channel for years because I'm not just someone that's giving you guys an ad read, I'm a customer. Factor hooks me up every single Call of Duty season because I just do not have time to cook. I'm posting a video every single day. I'm playing a lot of video games. I don't have time to wait in line at fast food, and I quite frankly don't have time to wait on something like a delivery meal service, and the prices for those things just get out of control. The wait times are not consistent. Factor solves all these issues. It is fresh, never frozen food delivered directly to your door, and it's ready in about 2 to 3 minutes in the microwave. They have vegetarian options, vegan options, ketogenic options. They even have breakfast options. Guys, Factor has everything you could possibly want in a meal delivery service. And not to mention they have juices, they have smoothies, they have this amazing cold brew latte protein shake coffee, which gives me caffeine and protein in one. I have one pretty much every morning. In the winter, it's important for me to get the proper macros. I don't want to balloon and get too many calories in me. And Factor has low-calorie options as well. Factor has everything you were looking for this holiday season, guys. Head to Factor75.com and use the code CODFATHER50 to get 50% off your first Factor box and 20% off your next month of orders. Again, that's code CODFATHER50 at Factor75.com to get 50% off your first Factor box and 20% off your next month of orders. So right before the Black Ops 6 beta dropped, this very convenient article came out talking about how XDefiant is basically dying and it's gonna be shut down soon. And Tom Henderson was posting all the stuff saying how, like, behind the scenes everything's in shambles, yada yada. I found it very odd that this particular article came about literally a day before the Black Ops 6 beta came out. And ever since this news broke, just tons of chronically online, mentally ill Call of Duty people with anime profile pictures cannot stop talking about how XDefiant's dying, even though Mark Rubin literally tweeted, saying that this isn't true. Like, the article is not true. We're fine here at XDefiant. We're still working on things, etc., etc. And you'd think that would be the end of it, but it's happening again. And again, this is like 10 days or something like that before Black Ops 6 comes out. Guys, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be a conspiracy theorist, but this is the third fucking time the dates have aligned perfectly. First, it was dropping the Black Ops 6 hype trailer like a day or two after XDefiant announced it was coming out. And then it's like, the rumors starting up right before the Black Ops 6 beta. And now the rumors are back again right before the Black Ops 6 release. Where did these rumors come from? By this guy who is a leaker, claims to be a video game dev, but can't spell basic words. I'm not making that up. You can check out this guy's @ grammatically, he is pretty much, he's a punisher of eyes, we'll just say. This literally started the whole thing again. I'm just gonna show you the tweet. XDefiant is already dead. And that's not the only thing he's going to misspell if you check out his Twitter. Ubisoft research team is actively asking their tester to have another in-house test session and repeat their feedback. Multiple sources told that it's possible that the game will end its support after Season 4 if they can't get enough players. Again, just really badly worded. Of course, someone took this, like an actual gaming journalist, and I'm doing air quotations because gaming journalists are mostly fucking morons, but they took this and spoke it as fact, as did a lot of like Twitter accounts like Dexterto and stuff like that, and then they got community noted after the fact saying like, no, this isn't true. It's been a mess. It's been a mess. But this is literally what started the rumors again. This random fucking leak account. I don't know. I've never even heard of this person. But anyway, this started up the whole thing again, and Mark Rubin had to shut it down yet again. And this guy's got to be getting annoyed by now at this, because it's like he's just trying to work on the game and he has to constantly deal with this shit being said about it. To be crystal clear, there are no plans to shut down after Season 4, and this was posted October 15th, so yesterday. I've literally been in meetings as of last week to discuss our Year 2 plans. I've seen verified leaks, verified images of Year 2 content, by the way, from special, actual legit leakers, and I can confirm that's true. Like, what he's saying is true. But right now, we are super focused on improving the technical experience, which includes netcode and adding more content for Seasons 3 and 4. We have done very little marketing, so yes, our numbers are down, but that is just to give the team time to get the game in a better place before we do bigger spins on marketing to bring new players to the game and to bring back players that have left. The fact that he's openly talking about the game having, like, player counts down is not only refreshing, but should show you that the motherfucker has nothing to hide. He's just trying to make the game. I mean, personally, guys, I'm not kidding you. There's this weird fucking just like hate campaign against XDefiant, and every single time I see it, it's always a Call of Duty fanboy. I can't find that article from that gaming journalist, but I do have this tweet right here, which I want to show you, just to show you guys like who's writing this stuff, okay? Nightfall says, when the people spreading rumors have unhealthy obsessions with COD trying to take down the only competition, remember BO6 comes out in 10 days. These rumors will continue. This person is obsessing over Call of Duty and Warzone, which really just says all that needs to be said. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Do people not understand if XDefiant exists, Call of Duty gets better by default? Like, they have competition, so they'll get better. It's like WWE. WWE was in the fucking trash can before AEW came along and Vince got the boot. Now WWE's pretty damn good. I want to see Call of Duty get better. I don't want Call of Duty to die. Only fucking socially inept virgin losers want a video game to die and people to lose their jobs. You know, like it's so fucking toxic. What is wrong with the Call of Duty community? Like XDefiant existing and giving competition in the space is nothing but a good thing, unless you're Activision, that is. But I've seen people literally lie through their teeth about XDefiant being dead or whatever. I've seen so many people say like, oh man, it takes me like 10 minutes to find a match in XDefiant. And I literally talked to someone like this today, and he's like, yeah, I'm on North American East servers. It takes me like 12 minutes to find a match. I don't understand. And I literally posted video proof. I'm like, that's fucking insane. I go into XDefiant, I search for a domination match, and this is from like 1 p.m. EST today or whatever. Search for a domination match. I find a match in literally 20 seconds. 20 seconds, and that's with IBMM on, just controller only on. You know, like I'm like, dude, I'm finding matches in 20 seconds on these servers you're claiming that you can't find a match in 12 minutes on. Like, and then he just stopped replying after that. People are fucking insane when it comes to this. What happened in the course of like XDefiant coming out and people being really behind the game and stuff like that to now? I'm gonna tell you, and this is gonna hurt your feelings. This is gonna hurt your little fucking fragile ego, okay? I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened. Do you recall when XDefiant came out, had no skill-based matchmaking, and all these people, me and Nero both covered it, all of these people were claiming they want skill-based matchmaking. They don't like the game because there's no skill-based matchmaking, and they get clapped. All of those people that got clapped, most likely by me, I probably gave a lot of people PTSD because they thought they were way better than they were, and then they faced my fucking ass who's gonna push their shit in with 18 years of experience in the FPS field. You know, I guarantee you people in this match where I get 60 kills in this Dom game probably have a little bit of PTSD from my Vector alone, but I digress. I guarantee you these people are the ones that want to see the game die. This game came out, people played it, they realized they sucked, they're not as good as they thought they were, they want to go back to their safe spaces, their fucking children's online daycare, they want to go back to that so they can be coddled and protected in their public matches that don't even matter. You know, like it's whatever, it's a public match, it's not ranked, who cares? Like, dude, I'm so sick of the modern Call of Duty gamer. Most people that still play Call of Duty willingly are toxic virgin pussies that can't play a game where their hand's not being held anymore. And I'm telling you right now, every single time I see someone saying like they can't find a match in XDefiant or the game's dead or whatever, they are always Call of Duty fanboys. And then I realized something, and this is also going to hurt some feelings here. Call of Duty has a literal stranglehold over the 6v6 kind of multiplayer market. That was until XDefiant came along, at least. I realized something here. Anything that threatens that 6v6 stranglehold over these people, when I say stranglehold, I mean people that play Call of Duty are literal addicts. A lot of people that play Call of Duty, because they market their games to the biggest fucking losers nowadays, are the biggest fucking losers in the gaming sphere. When Call of Duty is literally all they have in their life, anything that threatens it, whether that's XDefiant, whether that's me shitting on the game. I mean, I literally have people constantly like hate watching my videos when I'm just being critical of the game. I'm literally just airing my frustrations on my own personal channel or my own personal Twitter. People cannot handle it. They lose their mind. They cannot fathom the fact that I am critical of the game because I want it to be better. I don't like these shady business practices. I don't like people getting addicted and spending hundreds of dollars, in some cases thousands of dollars on MTX. I don't like predatory matchmaking systems. I don't like the fact that skill-based matchmaking, or EOMM, or whatever you want to call it, has literally been a secret up until last year. It took us 5 years of complaining and screaming and calling this bullshit out before they even acknowledged it. Before that, they lied to you for 5 years. They've shut down fan-made projects that aren't making profits. They have toxic workplace culture, which ended up killing someone, ended up killing an employee. Look it up. You know, Activision has lawsuit after lawsuit after, controversy. They cannot stay out of trouble. And I'm sorry, but I need to call it out. And nobody else is going to. All these people are like under like a kind of a partner contract with Activision and whatnot. I am not. I've never been paid a cent. I've never even been contacted by anyone from Activision, and honestly, if they did try to do something with me, I would deny them because it goes against my principles. I don't really give a fuck about money at the end of the day. I do like money, don't get me wrong. It helps me live and eat and take care of my dog and stuff, but not at the expense of my integrity. And I am not going to sit up here and be buddy-buddy with a company that I think is really gross and needs to fix their shit. It's not gonna happen. Straight up. I would rather do the right thing than the easy thing. And that's just how I am. That's just my fucking personality. I cannot help it. So guys, when it's all said and done here, after mentioning all this about Activision and their controversies and whatnot, do you honestly think there is a weird coincidence with the timing of all of this as it pertains to Black Ops 6? I don't think you guys realize that even if XDefiant is just taking 10% of the multiplayer sales away from Activision and Black Ops 6 and all that stuff, that's 10% of the population that's not going to be spending money in the Call of Duty store. That's 10% of the population that's not going to be there so they can brag to their shareholders and make billions of dollars. Activision has made more money since I've started this commentary. Since I've started this commentary than I've probably made in like the past couple of years. That's how much money they are making. Hand over fist, my guys. All right? You fuck with their money, like you're basically fucking with Tony Montana's cocaine stash. You know what I mean? If you don't think this is intentional and there's something going on behind the scenes, you are insane. When the lead XDefiant executive producer basically has to come out and say twice, like, hey, these two articles aren't true. And then guess what? People still don't believe it, by the way. Like, you can't win. You cannot win. Guys, think logically. If a game like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre or Payday 3 or the Finals even, which is kind of seeing a resurgence a little bit, if those games are not shutting down, Halo Infinite has been around for much longer. If those games are not shutting down due to lack of player interest, then XDefiant is fine. I mean, all the games I just mentioned are not setting the world on fire, especially Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Payday 3, Halo Infinite, all that stuff. I mean, guys, like, I don't know, man. What you should be doing is when there's competition in the space and the devs are actively listening and communicating with you, you should support the game even if you don't play it. Like, for example, I really like what the Finals are doing. I don't play the Finals. I have no real itch to play the Finals, but I am happy that the game is doing well. I'm happy that the game is creating FPS, I guess, competition in this space because God knows we need it. We've seen what lack of competition does to a franchise like Call of Duty. When they just have free reign, they can release literal dog shit and you are almost forced to just play it if you want to play an FPS game, like a new FPS multiplayer game. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for me. I just wanted to bring this news up before Black Ops 6 comes out. And I hope you guys enjoyed, and don't believe everything you hear on the internet, please. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Everyone have a good one. Peace out.
Here's some parting advice.